Hey guys, it's Tarkon. I know I haven't been doing any videos for a while, and I apologize for that. Fact is, I've been traveling. I've been in Germany, and also, right this minute actually, I'm in Turkey, the country of Turkey. And I'm visiting family here. I've been visiting family in Germany. I've been visiting family here in Turkey. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am half Turkish, half German, and I live in America. And so I come to Germany. I come to Turkey a couple times a year to visit family. My mother lives in Germany. I have family here in Turkey. We drive here in the summer from Germany, which is what I've been doing. I do most of the driving actually, so it's been kind of hectic, but I love it that way. So anyway, you know, that's the reason I haven't really been updating the channel. I know a lot of you have been writing me, which is really exciting. I love that. Please keep those emails coming. I'm really enjoying them. I've been getting a lot of emails, questions about manifesting back in X, manifesting relationships. Actually, primarily the questions have been about that. So, which is interesting, isn't it? I kind of love that. More than money, more than anything, people are interested in love. They're interested in bringing love into their lives. I think that's great. So, for those of you who have written me, I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to you. I am trying to catch up on everything over here. It's hectic, especially when you're visiting family, especially in this country. Things get a little chaotic and hectic. So I've been seeing your emails. I've replied to a few of you. Most of you I have not been able to reply to yet. And to also make one point clear, I'm not going to reply to every single email personally. A lot of the emails, you know, like I said, they kind of fall along the same sort of lines, the same theme, right? Which is kind of the reason I'm doing this quick video right now, to touch upon a theme that I've noticed coming through some of these videos. But mostly what I want to do is to take the emails and start doing videos and reading them. And in fact, if you haven't seen it, I did do one of those a couple months ago before I left on my trip, and I'm going to link to that down below in the description box. That's a rather long one, so I did that more in podcast form, right? I've been enjoying doing that. So please keep those coming, and I will get back to them, and I will respond to them either through a video or through an email, you know, as soon as I can, all right? So that having gotten that out of the way, I did want to touch on something really quick in this video. Regarding the emails that I have been receiving, what I want to say about them, and they, like I said, they've all been about getting an ex back. People are writing me their stories about their ex-boyfriends and their ex-girlfriends, which is great, and I love those stories. But the thing that comes through, that shines through all of those emails, is a quality of neediness, a quality of desperation, a quality of focusing way too much on the other person, okay? And these emails have come in response to a video I did where I talked about using a certain technique that can help you manifest somebody back into your life. And the technique has to do with making a list of positive aspects about the person, whether it's an ex or anybody specific that you might want to manifest a relationship with, right? And in short, just to touch on that again, otherwise you can just go watch the video. I'll link to that as well. In short, it's just the technique is to get you to focus away from any negative thoughts you might be having about the person, especially if it's an ex, right? If it's an ex, you know how that goes. We tend to have very negative thoughts about exes because of bad breakups, fights we had with them, being cheated on, whatever it is, okay? That can be a tricky one, right, for that reason. So the point of the exercise of making a positive list of positive aspects about the person is to try to get you to focus away from those negative qualities about them, right, or whatever anger or disappointment you might be harboring regarding them. That's very important to do, because if you're just thinking negatively about them, you're just pissed off at them all the time for whatever they may or may not have done to you, you're going to have a really tough time manifesting them, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so you want to start focusing on the positive aspects of the person. And, you know, if you love them, if you want them back so bad, I'm sure it shouldn't be a struggle to come up with something positive to say about the person, right? I mean, if it is a struggle, then what the hell are you doing? Why are you trying to get them back, you know? Sometimes it's easier to just manifest somebody new. But we'll talk about that in another video. But what I want to say about the positive aspects and also the emails I've been receiving, I don't want you to use that exercise as a means to getting somebody to pay attention to you, as a means to just manifesting this person back into your life. What you should be focusing on more than anything is the feeling that you're after, okay? Why do you want somebody in your life so badly? Think about that. What you're really after is a feeling, isn't it? If it's an ex, you're after feeling the way you felt when you were with them. I talked about this in the longer podcast I did. This is a crucial point to understand. You're after a feeling. You're not necessarily after the specific person. And you might be, I know, Tarkhan, damn it. I am. I love him. I love her. I need them back. If you need them back, that's going to keep them from coming back into your life. I'm sorry to tell you that. And that may sound harsh, but it's the reality, damn it. You know, you want me to help you. I'm going to tell you some things that you may not really like hearing, but it's important for you to hear. And it's important for you to understand that the number one thing you need to be focusing on, no matter what, if it's money you want, if it's a better health situation you want, if it's a relationship you want, if you want an ex back, anything that you want a trip to a country like Turkey, where I am right now, or anywhere, the most important thing to focus on is yourself, loving yourself, especially for relationships, obviously, right? Think about this. How attractive is it to need somebody, to be desperate about somebody? How attractive is that? That's not very attractive, right? And if you want to attract somebody, you have to become attractive. If you want to attract anything, you have to become attractive. That involves A, fostering a certain sense of detachment about the thing that you want. B, focusing more on the good qualities about yourself, focusing more on accepting yourself, focusing more on loving yourself than how the other person is showing up in your life. I know that seems counterintuitive, but that's how this is going to work, okay? That's very important to understand. If you're having trouble making positive aspect lists about your significant person, stop doing it. Don't worry that means that they're not going to come to your life. Well, if I stop thinking about them, if I stop doing these lists, then I won't manifest them. No, if you keep doing that, and yet you're harboring negative thoughts about them, then guess what? That's going to keep them from coming into your life. Sometimes, if we're so hyper-focused on the thing we want, that we have that frustration, that frustrated feeling, that neediness, that desperation, that impatience. Where is it? Where is it? We got to stop. We got to stop thinking about it. We got to stop talking about it, okay? We have to reroute our focus onto ourselves, okay? If you're so hung up on somebody else, chances are you are not loving yourself. And if you're not loving yourself, how's anybody else going to love you? Think about that. Whatever energy you're putting out there about the person right now, I guarantee you 100% they are picking up on it, whether they're aware of it or not. And if it's negative energy, if it's needy energy, which is repellent, not attractive, that's going to keep them away from you. You're going to pop into their head, and they're going to go, ooh. I don't know. Whenever I think about that person, I get this weird cringy feeling. You know, that's not going to make them want to be around you. And obviously, that's not how you want them to react when they think about you, right? So what energy are you putting out that's causing them to react that way. If they're not, I had somebody write me, how do I get him to text me? I want him to text me. I want him to do the work of wanting me back. And I was like, well, listen, how are you treating yourself? How are you thinking about him then, right? That's desperate. That's needy. That's not attractive. Why do you think he's not texting you? Yeah? The energy you're putting out is repelling him. So what is an attractive quality? Well, attractiveness, right, is self-love, self-acceptance, forgiving yourself, accepting past mistakes, accepting their mistakes, being able to forgive them. You have to let people come to you at their own pace. You have to, all right? That's very important. If you love somebody, somebody said this, and I've mentioned it before, and I love this quote. I don't remember who said it. Maybe some other coach. You have to love somebody in such a way that they feel free. And that means that they have to feel free coming or going, right? Coming into your life or going out of your life. You have to let them. So this isn't about making anyone do anything. It's about influence, okay? I know people are talking about, they're going to talk about free will. Okay, yes, I know. Yes, there's free will. Of course there's free will. Of course there's free will. We're not talking about messing with anyone's free will. We're talking about influence, and you influence people energetically. And one of the ways that you get right with yourself energetically is to focus on yourself, loving yourself. That's the energy you put out there. When you love yourself, when you accept yourself, when you're confident and you're happy and you're shining and you're radiant, and you've all had moments like this, all right? Let me tell you something. People are just going to want to be around you. You're going to be like a magnet. It's going to be crazy. It's not just going to be the person that you want in your life. It's going to be 100 other freaking people, okay? People are not going to be able to stay away from you, all right? It's amazing. It's a great feeling. So I want you right now, if you're feeling that desperation, if you're feeling like you need this person, you're impatient, you're frustrated, what can I do, Tarkon? What can I do, anyone else, to get them into my life faster, to get them to text me? You need to stop. You need to stop. You're not doing yourself any favors, all right? You need to stop putting that energy out there. You need to start focusing on yourself. So if that's the case, if that's how you're out there operating right now regarding them, you need to not make lists of positive aspects about them. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, I said it. I did the video, I said make positive aspect lists. But listen, if you're not in a place right now where you're able to be calm about this and be detached about it and allow it to come to you, then you need to switch your focus. And what you need to focus on is yourself and loving yourself. So instead of making lists of positive aspects about your specific person, what I want you to do is to make lists of positive aspects regarding yourself. All right? Anything that you love about yourself, anything that you can say is great about yourself. Sit down and go, man, I make the most badass blueberry pancakes. I love blueberry pancakes. You know, my smile is amazing. I love my hairstyle. I love that I can make people laugh. I'm a funny person, you know. I'm a good person. I'm good to my family. I'm an important person to my family, to my children, whoever it is. I love myself. Write it down, anything, whatever it is. I love the shape of my thumb. I don't care. Sure, why not? You have a really sexy thumb. Who knows, all right? Why not write it down, okay? Make sure you feel it, though. Don't make up shit and just think, oh, I'm not feeling it, but if I write it down, then magically I'm going to love myself. No. You have to feel it. It has to be truthful, okay? So it has to be honest, all right? That's one thing. Another technique is mirror self-talk. Self-talk in the mirror. The mirror technique, okay? You want to look at yourself in the eye every day. Do this for about 10, 15 minutes, and you do positive self-talk. You speak to yourself, and you look at yourself in the mirror the way you would to your lover. or to your future lover that you're manifesting right now, right? Be that your ex or anybody else. Speak to yourself as you would to them. All right? That's the second thing I want to talk about. That. Make the list of positive aspects about yourself. Do the mirror technique. Do the positive self-talk in the mirror. Gaze at yourself in the mirror. Mirror gazing is very powerful. That's where you really just engage with your eyes in the mirror and you look at yourself the way you would a lover, right? Love yourself the way that you want to love them and the way that you want them to love you. And watch what happens, okay? If you're not used to doing that, to thinking positively about yourself, this is going to be a process for you, and that's got to be okay, all right? That's got to be okay. I don't want you to be impatient anymore. I want you to understand that everything you do now is taking a step towards the thing you want, all right? Everything is part of the process, so just treat everything equally important, all right? Don't worry about time and, oh, it's been a month, it's been a year, whatever, even if it's been 5 years, okay? When you do this, you're going to grow so immensely, and you're going to love yourself so immensely, and you're going to enrich yourself in your life so immensely. You're going to change as a person. You may not even want that person anymore once you're done with all that, all right? Once you progress and you really learn to love yourself and be okay with yourself, you might find that you don't need them anymore. And guess what? I've said it before. Oftentimes, more times than not, that's exactly when they show up. I've had it happen to me. I had this girl, man, I was so obsessed about her. This is about 5 years ago or so. And I was crazy about this girl. She wanted nothing to do with me. But I would think about her, and I was reading Law of Attraction. I was watching videos just like this, you know. And then what happened, I made a list of my perfect girlfriend, all the qualities I would want in my perfect girlfriend. Well, I included qualities she had in that, and I included qualities that she didn't have, you know, that I would want, all right? I became very detailed about it. And about 6 months later, I was in that relationship, but it was with another person. I wasn't even thinking about that girl anymore. And I was having a great time. And then, you know, another few months later, she started showing up over and over. Now she wanted a piece of me. And I was like, cool, you know, let's hang out. I don't care. And I didn't care anymore. That's not to say that she was a bad person or anything like that. But I just didn't have the same desperation, the same need. I didn't need her anymore because now I was focused on loving myself. You know, that's when something clicked inside of me. And I want that something to click inside of you, okay? So, again, I'm just going to make this a short video, but I want you to focus on loving yourself. That's the most important thing, guys, okay? If you do nothing else with this practice, nothing else at all, do this, all right? This is the one thing that could really make or break everything in your life. Everything can suddenly change, all right? So, on that note, and I want to add a few other things, I actually want to give you guys a little bit of a view, because I was going to do this video on the balcony. It's a little bit windy out there. I've been in Germany. It's a little bit windy out there, and I didn't want that to obscure the sound. So I'm actually going to just give you a little view out the living room window here. It's a big window, and well, let's just give you a little view, because I think this might make your day. Look at that. Can you see all that? Is my head and my big head in the way? All right. Look at that. That is actually what you're looking at right now is the Dardanelles Strait. So this is, we are in the country of Turkey, and we are on the European side. That is the body of water that connects the Aegean Sea ultimately to the Black Sea. We're a little bit southwest of Istanbul here. And the other side, so this side is the European side, the other side is Asia, or more specifically, it's Asia Minor, right? And this is a major shipping lane, so we see all kinds of tankers coming through here day and night. You don't see any right now, or maybe that's a really small one right there, and that's a ferry boat that helps people cross from one side to the other. But you get some of these major ones, they're really fun to watch. So yeah, this is where I've been spending my time the last couple of weeks. And like I said, I haven't really had any of my equipment here. I haven't really been focusing much on the channel. I want to change that. So I'm going to be in Turkey for another week. And then I'm driving back to Germany. And a week after that, I'm going to be, well, then I need to start packing because I'm going to be back in the States in September, early September. So there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of traveling and packing and organizing and yada, yada, yada. But I wanted to make this video because I felt it was important to talk about what I just talked about. And I want to let everybody know, once again, if you've been writing me, please hang tight. I'm going to try to get to everything as soon as I can, all right? Things have been busy, a little bit hectic, like I said. I will be getting more into the channel and doing more podcasts, answering emails, and I'm really looking forward to getting more of your emails, so please keep those coming, okay? I love them, and I'm going to love doing podcasts and video responses to those. And I think those are going to benefit everybody watching the videos too, all right? Because you're going to find most people are in similar situations as you, okay? You're not going through this alone, all right? Well, whatever you're going through, if you're going through anything. So, on that note, thanks for all the emails. Thank you for liking this video and for hitting subscribe. Please stay tuned for more updates coming in a few weeks, all right? And right now, I don't know if you've noticed, they drink a lot of coffee and tea in this country, so I'm pretty caffeinated. I'm having a cup of chai right now, all right? This beautiful black tea. And after that one, I'm gonna have another one. Woo-wee! All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and keep a stiff upper lip. Remember to love yourself. And until next time, I'm 𝗙𝗏. Goodbye. Goodbye.